Hi guys, welcome back. I just wanted to record and kind of document for myself and for those that are curious my eyeshadow collection that I started since 2015 when I was 26. I am now 34 and I took a good long break in between buying makeup. I just got depressed. Ever since October of 2019, I just fell back in love with makeup and I have amassed this collection since then, and I fell back in love with it. I absolutely love it. Anyways, I wanted to start off with my Pat McGrath collection because it's the one thing I'm the most proud of. So I'm going to start off with the first item from Pat McGrath that I purchased, and it is this one. I love this quad, and this is called Nocturnal Nirvana, and if you ever see it, it's in this packaging. I wanted to try out this formula before I invested further into her Motherships, and I just think this is it's glittery, which I'm not a big fan of glitter, especially with my hooded eyes, and I'm afraid that it's gonna fall in my eyes and I'll get irritated, and I have nothing to hold me back from just rubbing my eyes and making it worse. So when I tried these, they were fine enough. If they got into my eyes would just clear it out. And so then I got Divine Rose, but that's this quad. Love this quad. I love this formula. I wish she had brought at least one quad for 2020 holiday in this kind of formulation. Hopefully she'll just do alternate. And then I got Ritualistic Rose, and I love this quad. It's pinky, it's just raspberry, light gold, brown, and this one's really good for applying with your fingers. I actually like to take all the Divine Roses with this one and this one and make an eye look out of it, and it's beautiful. This is Icon Illumination, and this is the most neutral out of the three that came out 2019 holiday. But if you see any of these quads, they come in these packagings, which I don't think Mother's doing anymore. This is Risque Rose, and this one's the only one that was made in Italy. I do love this quad. I actually like Ritualistic Rose better, like the colors I like it better than this one. But this lavendery shade, it's a little bit chunky. Then I have this next quad, which is Fleur Fuchsia, and this is my least favorite quad. Not only does it not really have something that makes a complete look, this light lavendery shade up here is so powdery. It's not good in my opinion. Like, it's pretty. Anyways, the last quad that I have is Interstellar Icon. This quad, oh my god, I love this quad. It's the blue one with blue blood. It's got this olive green. It's got this gold color. Okay, now I'm going to be going into my 6 pans, and I basically have all of them. I'm going to go in the first original 3. This is Mothership Subliminal. And can we take a moment to talk about this artwork? This artwork is amazing. This is my favorite artwork that she did because it looks like the model on the box going like, boy, and I fucking die. I fucking love it, man. But yeah, that's this one. This is Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze. I haven't really used everything. I've been going to town on Divine Rose because I have a second one that I got in the special packaging because I'm crazy like that. But I love Mother Pat. I love her eyeshadows. And as soon as I tried them, I knew they were something special. And this is the next one. This is Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition. And as you can see, it's very bronzy. It's beautiful, coppery. I don't know why she's discontinuing this. But anyways, the last one that I have of the 6 pan, the original 3, is this one. And this is Mothership Subversive La Vienne Rose. This one's so colorful and so wonderful. I was so lucky to find these. I found most of my collection on Mercari and Poshmark. Okay, and then I got these bad boys. I have all 3. I actually was lucky and got this one on Pat McGrath's site before it fully sold out. This is Mothership, what was it? Subliminal Dark Star. This one is such a beautiful cool tone. Even this gold is just a nice pop of warm, but everything, like this blue is gorgeous. I love this blue. And I love these shades. They blend so well. Alright, and this next one I have is Mothership Subversive Metamorphosis. And this is my least favorite of of the three because, I mean, there are two duplicates, which there's nothing wrong with having duplicates in my opinion. But the overall feel of it, like, it just, I wasn't very inspired by it. A lot of people like this one, and, you know, all for them. I mean, I'm still going to play with it and everything like that. But this one is my favorite. I love this one, and I need to figure out how to work with it better. I think I was trying to combine too many colors for this one, and this is Mothership Sublime Bronze Temptation. I want to use all these colors for Christmas. That red duochrome, it's too much when I add the green. Even if I do green on the top and red on the bottom, it seems a little bit too much. I might just need to play with it more to get it the way that I want it, but that corruption shade is gorgeous. And now we're coming down to the last 4 6-pan Motherships. This is a 6-pan Rose Decadence, and I think it is a beautiful array of rosy and pink shades, but like others, it's not the best performing palette. I hate to say it because I love Mother Pat, but it really isn't. It does seem like the edges are like a little bit looser, but it could just be because it's such a lighter color, it's easier to see defects. And now I want to show both of my Star Wars 6-pans, and these were great. I was so lucky to find them. Both of them were under $100. This one's Mothership Dark Galaxy, and I was lucky to find this. I got this for $85 instead. I mean, it was originally $65, but for $85, like, it hadn't even been opened. I was so lucky to find this for that price. And then I got the Galactic Gold, which is also, oh my gosh, I love these shades. These are gorgeous. And the last one I have of the 6-pan is Golden Opulence, which was the Lunar New Year. And this one actually folded up, so I'm not going to blind you. But I love this one. Like, I love the pinky tones, the gold, which goes with the Lunar New Year. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said before in my previous video, I want to do a series not only doing a look with each of these, even the discontinued ones, because you can still find them floating around. And if they pique your fancy, if you were or are obsessed with Pat McGrath like I have become, I'm hoping that it will inspire you once you actually get it. And then this is my Celestial Divinity. I'm hoping she'll do like her holiday collections and the initial 3, and they be packaged like this, and that way people can try out her formula and just have it all in one palette. I don't like the cheaper packaging. I would be willing, like, if she made it nicer packaging, I would be willing to pay like $100, or, you know, just wait for a 30% off sale. I mean, you're gonna do that anyways, because if you can see, my sticker is crooked and it is off center in the back, and that bugs the shit out of me. But I still love it. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. Okay, now we're going to get onto the big Motherships. This is Mothership 1. I love the cooler browns. I love that it comes with a black. The cooler tones are beautiful. This light gold with the blue, or with it being topped with this one, is absolutely beautiful. Like this with this on top, or even this with this on top. It is beautiful. And I'm just going to say this and this because who's looking at the freaking name cards while I'm pointing the colors out? No one, that's who. This is Mothership 2, and this is the one with the beautiful emerald green in it. And I love this like rustic red looking color, and it's beautiful, but this golden green, holy shit, looks so good together. I haven't really played with this one as much, but this is the last one that I added to my collection, and this is Mothership 3, and this one is beautiful. It's like most of the formulas in here are a lot drier to me. Like when I stick my finger in them, it feels a little bit drier than some of her other ones, and I do love this blue. And I think if I use my Mayron mixing medium, it'll stand out more, which I'm working on emptying out a Fix Plus bottle so I can put my Mayron mixing medium in it and make it stand out more. The next one is Mothership 4, and this is Decadence, and I have it in the Star Wars packaging, which I heard was a hell in a handbasket for a lot of people. I just got mine for eBay, and I think I paid like $85 for it, and it was unused. I think Lapis Lazuli is absolutely beautiful, and this color is a duplicate in one of those quads already. This one's Blue Blood is also in one of the new holiday quads, but it's such a gorgeous color. I don't care, they could be in like every fucking quad and I would love it. And then next is Mothership 5, and this one is gorgeous. This rose gold is absolutely beautiful. I love rose gold, but this is absolutely gorgeous. The special shades in here are amazing, and I love how her mattes actually blend out into like transition colors and everything. It's wonderful. Next is Mothership 6, and I can't believe people didn't like this. I don't understand how people did not like this. It's a beautiful palette. I'm trying to show off like how iridescent some of these shades are without like getting it washed out. I will say, I almost forgot. This color did pop out. I don't know if you can see where my nail dug into it when I picked it up. I guess the glue finally gave way. But I love taking Mothership 1 and I will use the cooler tones and then put this one, Blood Moon, in the inner corner and it'll look like fire and smoke. This is like if Mother Earth was themed and put into a palette, because you've got like the deserts in Nevada with the red clay, and you've got lava, you've got water, you've got forest, you've got desert, you've got mountains, air, plains, like golden plains of wheat and stuff like that where it's farmed, and then you've got sky. But yeah, I asked Mother if in an Instagram post, I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if you did a series based off of the different planets in the solar system and base it off the colors of each planet, because those planets have beautiful color stories. Okay, now that I've done rambling, this is my favorite. This is Mothership 7 and this is Divine Rose. This is the original. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And I just took this and blended it out as my transition, put this to deepen up my crease, this on my lid, and then I took this and added it to the top to make it more like reflective, and I love it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I'm utterly obsessed with this or I wouldn't have got the second one with the special packaging. And then I of course have Mothership 8 in the special packaging because I had to, and I actually haven't really used her that much. I'm working on trying to use more than more, but I've been going for quads for some reason. It's just so quick and easy and just fun to do, and I'm trying to be more versatile. But you can see like the green multi-chrome, like oh my gosh, Pat put Natasha Denona to shame. But yeah, this is beautiful, and I can't wait to do my series on not only looks for each individual palette but combining the palettes. I'm hoping y'all will enjoy it as much as I do. But that is my Pat McGrath collection. Okay, now I want to get to my Marc Jacobs collection. So we're going to start off with Cheerific, which was the newest holiday release. I love the aesthetic of these. This is Cheerific's color story. I think it's beautiful burgundy, like actual berry tones, and then these more neutral shades are beautiful. I think this is a beautiful palette. I'm really glad to have it. I'm glad to have all of my shit. And then we've got another special release, which this one is the Extravagance in this beautiful striped packaging. And I love how the names of these palettes, it actually makes a sentence, which like this one is, at last I have found the one, the only true love. And I love that, and I love the color story of this one too. It is a little bit more like on the glittery side, and I have all the boxes to like most of my stuff, especially my Pat McGrath. I have all the boxes to that. But I keep the boxes to these because it makes it easy to store, because you've got the names of it up top, and since I store them like this, I can look straight down and get whichever palette I'm wanting. Especially these next few that have the same packaging, which is all four of these babies. I mean, like, how the hell are you supposed to be able to tell except if you just stack them up like this, and you can't find them like that. I have Frivolix, which is the purple plummy one. It's not the best quality, if I say so myself. And then we've got Editorial, which is the green one, which is beautiful. Green and gold, which I mean, it's got this darker olive green and then this more foresty green. That's as green as it gets. And then we got Provocateur, which also has another look-alike palette. I think that's called Scandalous. I didn't get that one because it was more warmer. This one's the more cooler of the pinky tone, so I went with this one. I really like this one. And this is my everyday Marc Jacobs palette, which is Glambition, and it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then my last two are special editions, and of course you got Stiletto and then Electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. And this is Stiletto, and I love that silver shade. And then this Electric, this was the first one that I purchased that started me back on my kick with Marc Jacobs, and I got this from Net-a-Porter, and like this makes such a beautiful, just pinky, goodness on your fucking eyeballs. Oh my god. I wish I kept the box to this one so I could see it. But that's when I realized I needed to keep the boxes, because once I started getting more, I was like, fuck, how am I going to be able to tell them apart? Luckily, this one has special packaging, but if it don't have special packaging, you ain't telling shit. And then the last part of my Marc Jacobs is this bad boy. This is a granddaddy of them. Don't want to blind y'all, but I want y'all to see the colors, and I love how each column has different looks that you can make with it. This one's very, very old, but it's like I played with it recently and it's still good. But that's my Marc Jacobs. And then I'm gonna jump into drugstore real quick, and I got all of the e.l.f. bite-size palettes because I fucking love them, and they were $3 except for these two mint ones. These are $4, but if like they start asking for like $5-6 for these, it's not worth it at that point. I'll just save the $5 and get like a nice 10 shadow palette or something like that. I love jalapeno. This one's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Truffle and hot jalapeno, these two color stories together work beautifully. Like this dark brown along with these greens, oh, it's just beautiful. This is rose water. This is cream and sugar, very bad. Carnival candy, acai you, pumpkin pie, and the new ones is mint to be, and this is chocolate mint, which if you have the ColourPop mint palette, you don't need this one. You don't need the self one at all. And I'm just going to show you comparisons while I've got these two out. So you're getting like a mini review with this as well. So you've got Mint to Be from ColourPop, and then you've got they literally have the same name. You've got e.l.f. Mint to Be, and then you've got ColourPop Mint to Be. Shit, considering it's the same fucking colors too, I'm surprised ColourPop hadn't sued the piss out of them. But yeah, these two share a name and they share a color story. They share colors in there, and I'm surprised ColourPop has not jumped down e.l.f.'s throat yet. But that was my e.l.f. and we'll just go ahead and move into ColourPop. I've already shown you Mint to Be, but I think these little 9 pans are so cute. We've got Going Coconuts. Now this is the first ColourPop palette that I purchased, and this is the Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I'm kind of disappointed in this palette, in this collaboration. I do like the whole holographic. It's actually called something else. It's not just holographic. It's where 2 images can be shown up. The creator of Sailor Moon created Sailor Moon because she wanted friends like the girls she created. She was lonely, and it turned out to be a huge hit. I can understand how these colors could reflect Usagi or Serena, whichever one you know her by, but the names don't line up to all the colors. I wish they would have came out with not only Sailor Moon, but actually have her in her Sailor Moon outfit. And the only place you find that in the whole collection is on a lip gloss. I would like to see like an actual collection. Sailor Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, Chibi Moon, maybe even Tuxedo Mask, Sailor Pluto, and just like that, and have a color story based on them. But she is an airhead, and this is very light and airy colors, so I mean, at least they were spot on kind of with that. But overall, like, I really like the palette. I think it's nice, and it made me dive further into looking into more ColourPop. And then I've got Baby Got Peach, and I'm not one to really be into peachy tones, but I thought this was super cute. This is Baby Got Peach, and I do not like pressed glitters. This one's Making Mauves, and I love mauvey tones. Oh my gosh. Pinks, purples, mauves, greens. Like, it's good. I don't know what I said there, but it was something. And then we've got, I haven't watched The Mandalorian, but this is the Child palette, and I love these green tones with this more like rustic brown. It's so cute. And then this is my last ColourPop palette for now, is at Forest Sight. And this is the Raw Beauty Christie collab. I did want to support her. I was super happy for her that she finally had a child and she got to do a collab. I definitely did not get that pure collab, but from what I tried from ColourPop so far, I thought this would be really good. And from what I've played with it, it is really good. So I'm glad to have this in my collection, because not only is the packaging cute, the inside stuff is really good too. I have this older palette from Wet n Wild, and this is Walking on Eggshells. They have since remade this. Instead of a trio, it's It's a quad, but I like this one. I think it's really nice. I got this as a sample from a company called Oiza. But someone gave me this as a sample and I thought it was a cute little palette. It's nice earth tones and I've been messing around with it. It's really nice. And then I have 2 Kaleidos palettes. I'm so glad that I have these 2. I kick myself for not having the other 2 really good color stories, but oh my god, I had to have this one. I love these turquoise. Look at these turquoise. Look at them. They're beautiful. There's only 2 pressed pigments in this one, and it's this orange one and this brown one, Futurism Electric Turquoise. I love this one, guys. And then this is the one you can't get anymore. This is called VR Neon, and these colors do blend out amazingly. I hate that this is discontinued, but I'm glad that I went ahead and picked it up. The next 2 eyeshadow palettes I have are from Bobbi Brown. I got this one from the Cosmetic Company store. This is the Bobbi Brown Molten Drama palette. It's got some multi-chromes like this blue brown. It's a really pretty palette. I'm going to play with it more. And then this one I got from Sephora before it sold out, and this is the Luxe Encore eyeshadow palette in burgundy. And I got the other one for my cousin, and these are their gelée. When I put it on my eyes, it just kind of is a wash of color, which I don't mind that, but it almost just kind of melted into each other. But I mean, it's not bad. I like it. My next 2 palettes are from Give Me Glow, and this is Vintage Rose, and I think if Pat had done a rose palette like this, so many people wouldn't be tired of the rose theme already. And then this is Vivid Rose, and this is also another good color story that I think if Pat McGrath had done something like this where it was more purple and pink, it would have been better. That's my Give Me Glow collection so far. Now we're going to go on with the BH Sweet Shop. I only picked up 2 because I wanted to just try 2 before getting the rest. I don't know if I'm still going to get the rest, but this is I've been in such a blue mood. This is the Bubblegum palette. Y'all have seen this I don't know how many times. Cara from Beauty and the Frizz has been doing a kick-ass job doing her series on this. I absolutely love it. Cara, you go, girl, if you're watching this. But this is the second one that I got, and I had to get this one. I had to get the Pistachio palette. I mean, greens. Who would I be if I didn't get greens? I love this palette. This palette is amazing. It's a beautiful palette, and for $18 it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna pick up the orange one. I do really like orange. Okay, now the next category I have is Too Faced, and I don't have a lot of Too Faced. This is my peach palette. I need to test this out to see if it's still any good, but I got this back when it first released, so it might not be any good. Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon. I love this palette. I love the pinks, the cool tones. Like, this was the cool tone palette before cool tones were, you know, cool. But yeah, I love this palette. I love the pinks in there. And then we have the Chocolate Bar palette. And I got this shortly when they changed to this packaging. Like, I had to return the giant bulky packaging because it looked like someone had dug their finger in there, like just went. And so I just went ahead, and it was when they just came out with this packaging. And then the newest one I got was Pumpkin Spice, and I like this palette. I didn't think I was going to. I didn't think Too Faced, you know, had a decent formula anymore. They might have some hidden gems, but like this is a really good quality palette. I think you can still get this on Ulta for half off. It's actually a nice palette. This one definitely smells stronger than the other one. It's definitely a nice smell. It's not overpowering to me, but I mean, this was a nice soft, and these shimmers actually really impressed me. And then I have 2 more, and they're small. One's super old. I have the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly. The only color I really like is this one, which is this one, Extra Creamy. I like to use it to set under my brow. It's a really nice creamy shade for my creamy boiled chicken skin. The purples in here were terrible. Like, the rest of the colors are manageable, but those 2 purples, like this bright purple and this deeper purple, are terrible. Like, they're just terrible. But I'm trying to use up as much of the shades as I can before it goes bad. And then the last one I found at the Cosmetic Company store, and this is the Hot Butter Rum. Beautiful little everyday palette. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be, but it actually, I think it looks good on me. It's great around fall. Just a little palette that's easy to just whip a look together. It still smells nice too. Okay, now we're going to get into some older palettes. palettes and some like one-hit brands that I only have like 1 or 2 items from the brand. So we're going to start off with the Urban Decay Naked Honey. This is the only palette that I will probably purchase from this brand unless someone else says that they got another palette that's going to knock their panties off. I do like the packaging. It's nice and textured. And the color story in here is actually really nice. I never use the brushes in here, but I'm trying to keep everything together. And then I do have more than one Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Master Palette by Mario. And mine's still good. I'm so thankful it still works properly. And even if it didn't, I still wouldn't throw it away because this is a thing in makeup history. And I'm waiting for someone to bring out a formulation that is similar to this. And then we got Alyssa Edwards, and I got this at TJ Maxx, and I'm glad that I did. It's really bright pops of color, and when I used it, I made a super bold eye. Oh my god. And this is the oldest one. I got this when this first came out. It's so old. I need to go and test it again to see if it's still any good. This is the Renaissance palette. I do like it, but there's so many other color stories that I'm more drawn to than this one. So that was my Anastasia. That was, oh, I'm so sorry. I lied about the Urban Decay. I have a couple more Urban Decays, and they're right here on top, so I'm going to show those real quick. I have the Urban Decay Electric Palette. Boogie Woogie. And I love this palette. Why did they discontinue this palette? It was so good. It's everything. It's everything. The magnetic packaging, the colors all over, everything. And then this is the most disappointing Urban Decay palette that I've ever had, but I won't get rid of it because my fiance bought it for me when we were very early into makeup and everything like that. And this, I think, was one of the first holiday palettes that I got, and it's just the Urban Decay Vice. I can't remember if this is Vice 2 or Vice 3. It just says Vice on it, but I won't get rid of it because it means a lot to me. And here is a controversial brand that I used to love. I got blocked on her Instagram account when that whole Cecil the Lion thing came up. She was dogging on people who weren't vegan. You have no right to be sad. Girl, I'm not going out to kill a fucking lion to eat, so I can be fucking sad about it. I might eat meat, but that doesn't mean I can't be sad for the loss of a wild endangered animal that was an icon through Africa. Anyways, this is the Mi Vida Loca palette, and this is the one that shows up like this. This is the rainbow palette. I haven't used this since then. I love the packaging, and it was expensive as hell, so I'm going to keep it. I love the artwork. I got the Monarch palette. I still have the original boxes. I love this shit so much. And I wasn't putting things in boxes. This is the palette. And I have the Chrysalis one too. This is the color story. Someone please bring us this color story again. I loved rocking this fucking orange look. Especially when I dyed my hair red. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. This is the Chrysalis palette. And this is the color story. I wasn't as drawn to this at the time as I would be now. I loved both of these. So fucking pretty. I'm so glad to have them. I just wish Kat Von D wasn't a cunt.